Sorry, guys. My um, tripod thing is like broken, so that's why it's not holding my phone properly. Okay, I think this might work. I wanted to do this horizontal today because I want to get my still life guy in here. It's not ideal, but I guess I'll have to do it. Alright. Let's see. I hope everybody's doing well this Saturday. Got my coffee. So I kind of want to treat this like a tutorial type thing, because lately at my art studio that I work at, I've been teaching random private classes for people, and I typically do still lifes with them. Kind of find it like an easy thing to kind of start painting with. Just kind of helps you visualize spaces and stuff like that. But anyway, so I have my prepped board here, which I painted last night red. It was a little troll dude. I've had him for a long time, since I was a kid. I think I maybe got him out of Renaissance Fair or something like that back in the day. But yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is kind of just do the troll, and then later or tomorrow or something, I'm gonna end up painting like maybe a background, or just, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I tend to work with very vague ideas and then I build onto them, so we'll see how it goes. Here's my troll dude. So usually when I start painting, basically call it a sketch, where I just kind of lay down basic kind of outline and shapes and stuff like that. Shortening going on here, which is a little tough. I try to tell my students not to worry too much about making things perfect right away, because you don't really need to. I am not scared of making mistakes, and you shouldn't be either, but you can easily fix stuff, even if you think you can't. You definitely can, especially in the earlier stages. So this is kind of our basic shape here of my little guy. I can see some issues I'm already having with my outline, so I'm going to start working on that. I kind of basically will look around my negative space and just see where things relate to each other, and that's how you can kind of reshape your base. So after I do my kind of initial sketch outline is when I start going back in and getting my highlights. I try to look at where the brightest areas are. I'm not even really looking at it as a figure. I'm just looking for the highlights and the shadows. A good way to do that, or an easy way to do that too, is to squint at your reference, and your highlights and shadows will kind of stand out a little bit more easily. So another thing I'll do also, if I did mess up my outline over here, I'm going to go back in with my negative space color, which is my red back here. And basically just going to reshape what I originally did here. Just kind of erase it, essentially. That kind of gets me back on track a little bit. Highlights on the arm over here. I don't have the best lighting. I kind of have 2 light sources right now, which isn't super ideal, but I'm just working with what I have. It does have some harsh shadows underneath here. I'll probably push them a little further than what I'm actually seeing here. I think what I may do with these types of videos is these more tutorial kind of style ones. I may put these behind a paywall at some point. I'll keep the lives. The lives will be free. It's just after the on-demand version I may do for members or something like that. I'm trying to, support myself while I'm making art. I am an art teacher, but teachers aren't known for making bank. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to kind of make money, especially online with my audience here. But yeah, I've been kind of getting used to my new work schedule, so I'm a little bit behind on some stuff, but I think I'm a little settled now. I think that it's a little easier for me to get some of my personal work done, so I think from now on I'm going to be doing Saturdays for my lives. Potentially Sunday. Saturdays or Sundays usually. If there's anything any of you want to learn in particular, just let me know. If you don't want to comment, you can DM me on Instagram, same username. Here where I'll fix his nose a little bit. Make sure his mouth is in the correct position. Now I'm going to probably add some shadows here. I'm going to use a little bit of a dark red color just to start getting my shadows. this point, it's not about getting exact details. It's just kind of making the right choices, I guess, the right placement of things. So here I'm realizing how off my arm is up here. My negative space is telling me this is going to be this. So I'm realizing my hand up here has to go up. Gotta start thinking about where I want this troll to live once I get to that point. Somewhere under a bridge, maybe. Where should my troll live? I gotta figure that out. I've actually been doing a lot of still lifes lately at work, at my studio, but we kind of have the same sculpture, so I get a little bored of doing them. This is my little troll guy I have at home, so it's a little bit of a nice change. I'm off on my outline a little bit. I come in with my negative space color, which is red here. Just kind of go back over. Sorry. It's not perfect, but I'll go back over it again. Just kind of make sure I'm going in the right direction. I start adding some of my shadows. What do you think so far? I think now I might decide some sort of background. I'm just going to chop off these parts that I messed up a little earlier. Looks pretty good so far, huh? Now I'm going to go back in, I think, with some color more than just what I've been using here, just to kind of give it some depth. So that the sculpture itself has kind of a yellowish, brownish tone to it. Kind of do little pops of color like this around my highlights, I'm still keeping my bright whites as much as I can and shadows as well. Alright, let's see. I think what I'll try to do is kind of give it a little bit of a sitting along some sort of I hope that music's not too loud. I'm not too worried. Kind of can't tell how loud it is on your guys' side. Even though I know there's only one of you watching it. I didn't plan this one. I should have scheduled it. I'm really just trying to get used to my new work schedule. I'm teaching for the first time, and it's just kind of a learning curve, you know. It's at a private studio, so the rules aren't as strict as some sort of like public school or anything like that. But kids are tough. I'm learning how to work with kids. I do love them, but they're a lot sometimes, for sure. Basically keep trying to figure out what kind of weekly things I want to do for lives on here, and I really just haven't had time over the summer and stuff, so I'm trying my best to kind of get back into this routine of making sure that I'm here for you guys too. I want to make videos, I want to do lives, I want to, you know, show my work here and build the community here too. So I appreciate your patience with me, just with my limited time I've had lately. And I want to do stuff that you guys want to see too, like specific tutorials, that kind of thing. Just, you know, leave me a comment, send me a message. So I'm just making up this background right now, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Just kind of want to give it some direction, I think. Picture I'm under a bridge, so I think it's sort of bringing here, just kind of like a curved bridge area. This is going to be, I was thinking the water here. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this yet. I may have to bring this down a little bit more. You don't usually want to work without reckless, that's for sure. I just tend to do it sometimes because I'm lazy. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Blue for my sky, which will be outside this bridge area. Don't know if this background's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. See how it is as I go along. If I hate it, I'll just paint over it. You may have to actually look at some reference. But I'm just kind of going with it for now because I just feel painting on it. Nothing serious, you know. Alright, so that'll be like outside. I think I'll do like a dark color behind our control guy. Take a larger brush. And pretty much just do, I think, black and some crimson. This is why I like having a white or a red background, because you can see if I work super thin here with some water and some of my black here, it's still giving me this nice, rich red background still. Like, I don't have to layer as much. It already is giving me depth without doing extra work. You can do this around the whole guy. I'm probably going to lighten up some areas as I go along, but for now, I'm just going to kind of block this out. I have to reshape him a little bit anyway. Good tip too is to kind of keep all your brush strokes in one direction while it's wet, and then if it's dry you can go back to another direction. But just for continuity, I mean, you'll notice the difference on your dry painting. The direction of your brush strokes make a difference for depth, for shape, three-dimensional shapes. Your brush strokes are important. But again, you can go over everything multiple times. Kind of try to even out my color a little bit. I don't like to leave a lot of lumpy spots. Some people paint more thickly. That's totally fine. I just prefer doing kind of thin watery layers like this. And now I'm going to give him some sitting on, which is sort of like concrete, I guess. I'll sort of the inside of the bridge. It's a little blue. Probably add some green to that as well. Again, this is a very sloppy way of painting. I like to paint like this. I just kind of, I like blocking in my colors and then kind of going back over it and finishing it. In a way, it's like an impatient way of painting, because I do not have the patience to work on one little individual area at a time and finishing it. My brain doesn't work. Just gonna get some blue in here. Troll under the bridge here at the river going. So this is just gonna be my first kind of background layer here. This is just laying out my midtones, mostly putting in directional stuff, kind of composing the whole thing, I guess. There are things I'm gonna change though. this is it so far. I also might stop working on this soon. It was kind of just a little quick still life sort of situation going on here. I'm really still trying to figure out the best ways to make videos on here and what kind of content. I know I've been saying this for months, but I don't know, I have a hard time kind of sticking with something or like one direction almost, and I don't know, I'm never sure what to really do here. And now during my day job, I teach children a lot and teach kids, so I've kind of gotten used to kind of teaching younger and less advanced art. I would love to teach more advanced art, painting and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess I just gotta keep going and figure out what works for me. I'm gonna kind of reinforce my highlights here. Fingers. Some shadows there. Isn't he cute? Alright guys, I know it's kind of a weird day today. I think this is going to be it for now. We'll do a little close-up of control guy over here. There he is from my angle. Looks pretty cute. I do want to keep working on this. I may do it on live again, possibly tomorrow. Yeah, again, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of still getting used to my new schedule. It's a little tough for me teaching, and it's pretty exhausting. So I'm trying to kind of get my mind normal again. But I'm hoping once I'm a little more settled, hopefully by October, or now I'm kind of getting to that point now. I just need a little bit of time to kind of get settled. But I'm gonna try my best to go live on the weekends, either Saturdays or Sundays. Right now I'm usually off Saturdays. I do work on Sundays, but in the morning. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see. I'd love to do some different tutorials. I can do different still lifes, that kind of stuff. Just yeah, thanks for watching, and